I am feeling better. I still have a cough every once in a while, but it's okay because if anyone notices, I mute myself every so often, every time I'm not talking. That's
So
why
what
I'm
I'm
always
hearing
looking
is
this way. And I
you're
have my
back
arm
to
this way.
hosting.
Yep, I am back. You did. I'll be the first to say it. You did a great job last week. You did.
I forgot a few
and
things. I was rusty.
Appreciate the comments last week. Also telling Ben that he did a great job last week. But yes, this is Nick's Picks, and we are ready to get back to your regularly scheduled programming. What is going on, guys? Welcome to Nick's Picks. It is week 15 of the regular season, and as always, I am joined by Ben. I have my voice back. I have my energy back. We're recording this at like 10 o'clock at night because we spent the last 2 hours playing Marvel Rivals. I'll throw up a clip. Why not?
Run away home, little spider. Your neighborhood needs you.
The commentary from Thor towards Spider-Man was fucking brutal.
I'm still gonna die because Thor is just on my ass and no one else is here.
I'm right here. I'm up in the sky, but I'm here.
The moon haunts.
Who the fuck just did that? How did we lose that?
Oh, the god of thunder!
How did that go for you, God of Thunder?
I was like, you got no one on that. I thought I was spectating you and you died.
Oh, I'm about to. No, fuck you, Iron Man! Get fucked!
Good shit, let's go. I'll get my ultimate one more time. I kind of fumbled that last.
I'm on a 10-player KO streak. But yes, we were playing some Marvel Rivals over on Twitch. If you're not followed on Twitch, go follow us over on Twitch. There's a lot of great content over there. Not just Marvel Rivals. We have Call of Duty. We have Fortnite. That's pretty much it. We get on to Nick's Picks, and last week we were tied, and we only had two differs throughout that week. It was the Seahawks-Cardinals game, and it was the Titans-Jaguars game. And of course, stop me if you heard this one before, we split. Again. Ben, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty. You know what we need to do at the end of the season? We need to like tally how many times we've had split differs. Because I'm pretty sure it's every single time.
It has to.
It has to be.
Nick's Picks record at this point.
It has to be at this point. Yeah.
Little question mark on Slower. I did text him, but again, we are recording this after 10 o'clock at night, so don't put it past him if he doesn't answer me. Sorry, Slower. I should have texted you sooner. Week 14, like I said, was an interesting one. Let's get into that recap. It started with an interesting game with the Lions and the Packers, and we were right. The Lions did end up coming out on top in this game, and it was just about as close as we anticipated it being, so we are just pretty accurate. And I would like to point out that we have a tied score, and it's not because either we're both doing shitty or we're both doing mediocre. I think we're both doing very fucking well with our picks this year.
No, yeah, I mean, like, obviously I got lucky with the score one, but like we haven't, if one of us has had a bad week, the other also had a bad week. And I don't think we really had many that I can think on top of my head.
We've had a lot of good weeks.
But I did want to ask you quick on the Detroit game. Would you have also gone for it, like Dan Campbell?
In Madden, yeah. But, like, in real life, Jesus Christ, dude. That dude, he's the kind of dude that would say, hit me on 21. Giants and Saints game was boring. I actually laughed. I laughed out loud when that field goal missed. We were watching the Giants get downfield. We watched Drew Lock do this amazing run to get them well into field goal range. It was a chip shot at that point. And I literally turned to Amber. I go, they're going to miss it. They don't want to make it. They're going to miss this field goal. They're going to find a way, and they're going to miss it. Lo and behold, number 90 on the Saints, I'm pretty sure it was number 90, jumps over the fucking line with his hands up the entire time and blocks the field goal. I laughed so hard.
So funny, dude. I watched that clip, and I was like, I've never been so mad that the Saints won because it's the Saints, but God, that was so hilarious.
The Steelers went on to beat the Browns. Jameis Winston is still hilarious, and I will let you talk.
Do I have to? Okay. I'm just going to say this right now. As Kirk Cousins, I saw this stat. Kirk Cousins, before I think week 10 he was like hot. He had like 2 or 3 interceptions. He was like basically the best in the red zone. He had it was like 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 97% completion in the red zone. Do you know what it is now? Or at least before the Vikings game? It's 2%. And he has like 6, 7, 8 I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. The defense can only do so much, and
It's
I mean,
really
also-
on Kirk. And from an outside
It's
perspective,
on Kirk.
it's so on Kirk Cousins.
It's so on Kirk Cousins. It's,
But Sam
you
Darnold,
bring
on the
him
other
in-
hand,
well.
we got to give Sam Darnold some credit. He is still, this late into the season, we thought this was going to teeter off at some point. They had a rough patch in the middle there, but at this point of the season, Sam Darnold is still going off. What do you do if you're the Vikings with Sam Darnold next year? I mean, you have JJ McCarthy that was supposed to be your future. Do you let him sit another year under Sam Darnold, or do you just let Sam Darnold walk because he's going to be a free agent?
I think you sign Darnold to it if he's willing to, like, kind of like a short, kind of what you did with Geno with the Seahawks. You sign him onto like a 2-3 year deal. You have McCarthy learn another year in that system. And if he looks good, then you trade Darnold while his stock is still high, hopefully. And then hopefully McCarthy can keep going from there. Or if Darnold just looks like he's not slowing down, maybe you can get something back from McCarthy. But it might look like a wasted pick for the Vikings. I mean, no one thought Darnold was going to do that well.
Skipping over quite a few games here quick. The Eagles barely got past the Panthers. Kind of a yikes, but the Panthers have actually, Bryce Young specifically, have actually
really
looked
well.
pretty well. They're Xavier Legette or whatever. Not so
Yeah.
much. Jaguars did beat the Titans, so you did get that differ over me, but I ended up getting the Seahawks over the Cardinals. Kyler looked ass. The Jets have officially been eliminated from the playoffs. But yeah, the Kyler Murray ass. I mean, I told you early. I don't want to sound like too braggy here, but I did say I do think this is where the Cardinals start to go downhill, and it looked like it.
I was giving them the benefit of the doubt. I thought Kyler could have maybe shown something, but yeah, no, I can't. I mean, outside of, I forget who they play. Yeah, so when we get to the next week, there's a reason why, but like Cardinals definitely, they peaked a little too early, I think.
I did say this earlier in the year. If the Rams are healthy, the Rams can legitimately beat any team in the league. And
yeah.
What I think was the funniest thing out of this game is I think Josh Allen solidified his MVP in a game where he lost to a team that he was favored against. So, like, that's something that doesn't happen very often. But Josh Allen was not the reason the Bills lost this game. I mean, he did have some questionable throws in there, but Josh Allen was not the reason the Bills lost this game. I mean, neither team had any defense.
I was like, yeah, no. I mean, if you were to tell me Josh Allen had like over 400 total yards and 6 total touchdowns, I'd be like, oh, the Bills destroyed the Rams. They won by like 20 plus. No. Neither team played defense. Even Stafford looked really good in this game.
Against the Chicago Bears. We'll see how they do next week. But the 49ers did manage to win this one. Chiefs devil magic continues. This time the field goal doinks in, because if it wasn't the Chiefs, it would have doinked out.
If you're a Bears fan, you probably just started crying even more. One, because you're a Bears fan, but two, you see a doink go in.
And I watched a little bit of the Simpsons telecast of the Bengals Cowboys, but the main thing I want to reiterate here is I had 28-20, and this fucking game ended 27-20. Why couldn't they have just gone for 2 on that game-winning touchdown? I don't know.
Or just missed an extra point. Who knows?
That ended week 14, and like I said, we split on our differs. We each had 11 points in week 14, and that brought our total to 145 to 145. So another tied week, and like you were saying earlier, I don't know of another time that we've been tied this many times in a season, let alone back-to-back weeks.
No, yeah, I don't know.
But we go into week 15. If there is a slower, this is where I would introduce him, and we'll cut right to slower now. Probably nothing happened, though, because he still hasn't texted me yet. So we will get into our week 15 predictions, and boom, they are up on the screen right now for you guys to take a look at. Pause the video to take a look for your special little team. Thank you, Ben, for saying that last week, by the way. And we will get right into our week 15 picks. And we start week 15 with what could be a good game. If the 49ers did wake up as much as they looked like against the Chicago Bears, they should put up a fight here against the Los Angeles Rams. I actually haven't even looked at your picks. Do you have the Rams in this one?
I do have the Rams in this one. I think the Rams are, one, they're the healthier team. Second, as much as I would lean off a team that score like 40 plus points to do really well another week, I do think the Rams can keep the hot streak going. And I don't know if you saw, but apparently Debo was talking shit, saying like it's not his fault, even though he leads the team in drops. So it kind of is on you. But yeah, that's really my analysis on it.
So like I just said, I didn't know if you would pick the Rams or the 49ers. So while you were sitting there going on about the Rams and the 49ers game, I was taking a look. We have a lot of differs this week.
We do.
Yeah, so this is
Let's
going
tie
to
this.
be this is going well, don't say that.
Maybe.
But this is going to be an interesting week, and we both still have both of our challenges remaining, and we only have a couple of weeks left to use them. So
Oh, I already know what one of mine is.
oh, you're already challenging one of these? Okay, well, we'll get through that. We'll go right into the Sunday games. There's actually 2 Monday night games this week, but we'll go into the Sunday games, starting with the Giants game. Neither of us are picking the Giants. That's just obvious. That would have been an immediate challenge.
If the Giants had Daniel Jones, he's the only one to beat.
Technically, Jalen Hurts beat him this year too. So, but we move into our first differ of the week: the Jaguars and Jets. I mean, I don't think this is the one you're going to challenge. I think this is pretty 50-50. You're actually picking the Jet, or I'm picking the Jet. No, you're picking the Jets. I'm picking the Jag. I don't even know my own picks. I mean,
more high scoring game than me.
I don't know. I think
why.
both teams gave up, but I think the Jets are smarter in the sense of tanking. The Jaguars are. I don't know. We'll see. Our second differ of the week, right after that, the Cowboys and the Panthers. I don't think this is your challenge either. I'm actually surprised that you picked the Panthers. I know Bryce Young has been playing well, but the Cowboys, I don't know if they're ready to give up on their season yet.
Eventually, when you see a team that's like struggling to get wins, but they're doing really well, eventually it's going to break. And I think granted, I don't think either of these teams are going to do well going forward. I just think that the Panthers can put it together to get at least one more win this season.
I mean, I'm not challenging this one. I figured that wasn't your challenge. We don't differ on the Commies and Saints. I mean, the Commies are better than the Saints, just all around. And I'm not sure if Derek Carr is okay. The Bengals and the Titans, we don't differ on. The Bengals have been playing pretty well lately. The Titans haven't. That's the end of that. The Chiefs and the Browns, we don't differ on. I mean, I could see the Chiefs losing this game, but like at the same time, I'd never bet against that. I put it really low scoring though for that reason. It's probably going to be a close game. Another differ that we do have, the Dolphins and the Texans. I feel like this is a bait.
This is actually not. This is not a bait. I think the Texans, even though I think they'll still walk away with the division,
what's the Dolphins' record?
Tua has been hot since he came back. Outside of the Green Bay
they're
game.
still on the hunt too. All right, to be determined if I challenge this one. To be determined. We both picked the Broncos and we both picked the Cardinals this week over the Colts and then the Patriots. Broncos-Colts I think could be an interesting game, but the Broncos have just been the hotter team this year and the more consistent team this year than the Indianapolis Colts, so I think that's kind of why we both went with them. And then the Cardinals, I mean, this is what you were saying. This is their one freebie kind of in their end stretch here, but they're still on the downward trend. We differ on the Bills and the Lions, and this is your challenge. You're challenging that the Bills beat the Lions.
I will say this is hard for me because the Lions are my Super Bowl team, but Josh Allen's my MVP. So this is like the worst thing for me, but the Lions are home, and I think they're just too good. They're
a good team, but this is going to be an offensive shootout, and I trust Josh Allen's offense more than Jared Goff's offense. So I think this is going to come down to who has the ball last, and the narrative would give the Bills the ball last.
That's true. I mean, I just feel like I have to go with the Lions on this one. So if I fumble on it, is what it is.
The Chargers and the Bucks, we don't differ on. The Chargers are a better team. The Eagles and the Steelers, we don't differ on. If you would pick the Steelers, 100% would have challenged that. The Packers and the Seahawks, we don't differ on. Packers, I think we both feel are the better team here. And actually, we don't differ the whole rest of the way. The 2 Monday night games, the Vikings-Bears game, I don't think is too interesting of a game. I think the Vikings are just too hot right now. And then, I mean, I'm kind of surprised you're still picking Atlanta at this point. I thought you were just going to throw like a fuck Atlanta pick here. But like,
I was close, but I was like, you know what? I can't let you pick Atlanta and have Atlanta win. I'd rather both of us pick and lose the pick than you getting it over me with my team. But
this year I'm going to be the copycat, and because you challenged, I am going to challenge. So I'm going to throw my challenge onto that Texans-Dolphins game. I just think that the Texans need this win and can solidify the AFC South with this win. So you went dark on me.
What the fuck? Hang on.
Technical difficulties. Look at Ben's tits.
Fuck you.
You got to pay good money for that. I'm over here now.
I don't know why the fuck.
I'm Ben. I make shitty predictions but get bailed out by score predictions every year.
Fucking we're just gonna keep this. I'm not.
All right, we're good. Ben's dark the rest of the episode. Well, we're almost at the end here, but I don't even know what I was talking about, but I am challenging the Texans and the Dolphins game. So we will have 2 challenges this week. The way challenges work is it makes it double. So you'll get an extra point for getting that game. It's nothing too crazy, but it throws, I mean, we already have 5 differs this week, I think we went through. So it throws a couple of extra points into that mix. So this could be a huge swing this week. Or, you know.
Nothing will happen.
Yeah. It'll be like a 1-point thing or something like that. But Ben,
I swear to God, we end up being tied again.
that is it for week 15 of Nick's Picks. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I have been neglecting saying it for some reason. I put it in like the description of a couple of videos, but we did hit 100 subscribers probably like a month ago now at this point. So thank you for that. Let's keep it going. Let's get to the quadruple digits now and be able to monetize some of these videos, you know? Why not? We are through with Nick's Picks week 15. Ben, is there anything you got to say before we head out of here?
I'm in pitch darkness. I am in the dark. I'm trying. Whatever, I'm done. Hey, I got something back. All right. No, I mean, I will say when it comes to Atlanta, if Kirk Cousins throws another egg, I don't care if they win. I don't care if they tie. I really don't know. If he lays another egg, you have to start Penix the rest of the year. I don't care. You got to at least see what you have out of him. You have to.
You still have a shot at the division too, right? Technically. All right.
Don't give me that hope.
Well, put some prayers in the comments for Ben down below. But that is it for Nick's Picks. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great one. Peace. Oh man, this is gonna be an interesting one. I did not. So I was back and forth between like challenging the Texans, Dolphins, and the Cowboys, Panthers.
I wish you challenged Bills, Lions. That would have been so funny.
Oh, we both just challenged the same game. No, I don't believe in the Bills that much, but
that would have been so funny.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens.
See how much more smooth the episode goes though when I host it. He's leaving. He's about to leave again, isn't he? Yep, there he goes.
Fine, I'll wait. I'll come back for the outro at least, because I do that well.
Now he fucked up his audio, so he's talking like he's in an old Japanese movie. Whatever. Have a great one, guys. I'm out of here.
Fuck you. Bye, guys.